He sent his opponent into a brutal knockdown and didn't stop there. Even after the referee's command, he continued to swing, driven by something wild, primal. It wasn't a fight anymore. It was chaos, pure madness, unleashed by the ropes. The first to step forward that evening was the towering Dutch Colossus. At almost 7 feet tall, he looked like a living mountain, carved out of stone. His reputation preceded him. Years of training in kickboxing gyms scattered all over Amsterdam. Countless sparring sessions that transformed his technique into something both elegant and devastating. He had once been a disciplined fighter, a man who combined strategy with brute force. Just the aura of a man who looked intimidating even before the first blow was struck. The crowd expected a short spectacle, a quick end, an execution, not a contest. And then Jamal appeared, the Moroccan beast. The moment he entered, the whole atmosphere changed. He was bigger, broader in the shoulders, scarier. He wasn't just a fighter. He looked like an action movie character. Jamal, who was born in the disadvantaged areas of Casablanca, using only his fists, self-control, and iron will. He didn't get his nickname because of advertising. It was earned during countless cage wars, where he tormented opponents like a predator stalking prey. He carried himself with the energy of a man who has nothing to lose and who needs to prove everything. From the very first exchange of blows, everything got out of control. It was not a technical duel, not a chess game with gloves. It was a meat grinder. Blow after blow, blow after blow, none of the opponents retreated a single step. Each blow sounded like a cannon shot, echoing through the arena and shaking the bones of all the spectators. Each blow was like the collision of two titans, neither of whom was willing to give up an inch of ground to the other. And then it was his turn. Jamal's leg had failed, an injury that would have ended that night for most men. The crowd gasped. Some already thought it was over. But instead of retreating, Jamal gritted his teeth and fought to the end. He was limping, he was staggering, but his eyes were burning with the same fire. And then the Dutchman snapped, a dirty punch that goes far beyond what is considered honest. This kind of movement changes the whole atmosphere when the audience realizes that they are no longer watching sports, but watching survival. The giant from Holland rose again, but it was no longer the same man. There was no trace of the calm strategist. There was no more patience, no more tactics, just rage. His face contorted, his eyes turned wild, and his body moved like a car out of control. He rushed forward like a madman, swinging with the fury of a man who cares only about one thing: breaking his opponent. Each blow was heavier than the previous one. Each step was full of pure desperation and undisguised anger. And then it happened, the moment that decided everything. Bam! One brutal shot, merciless and final, tore through the chaos like a thunderclap. The Moroccan beast collapsed, exhausted, suffocated by exhaustion and punishment. The battle ended not with respect, not with honor, but with a brutal outcome that reflected the madness of the entire battle.